Well, first of all, I want to say I've read some horrible scripts, and I really like this one. I do. I love that it's the truth. It's the ugly. I mean, that's what the world needs to see. I mean, that's just life. I do this thing. Well, I just recently learned it. I just did an actor's workshop with Jamal McNeil, and he taught me about super objectives, and kind of did a sentence of I want to, so I can, and then I will be able to. And so when I was really getting into Desiree, I came up with the super objective that Desiree, I want to escape my reality so I can feel safe and secure. Then I will be able to love and honor myself. And that's what I got from the script.
It was a very zen moment right there.
It was.
Talk to me, tell me what you don't like about the script or about the character. And if it's up to you.
I would change.
I mean, I'm not gonna force you to make something up, but if you got something in mind,
because when I see Desiree, because the first thing I like to do with characters is, of course, try to find myself in Desiree. And with her, she seems like, or to me, she is the flower in the cement. Because when I put myself in the situation, I don't think I could have the hope that she still has. You know, like that's just badass.
no.
But the fact that she still has, she sees a future, she sees something better. And I don't know, a little bit more of, I don't know how to explain it. When I get into Desiree, I see a young girl that has a glimmer of hope. And I guess it's just a little more foreshadowing that in the beginning of it. She's not so much broken. I don't think she's as broken as she's kind of written out in the beginning. Like she's broken. Right. She is. But that girl's tough.
Do you have any questions?
Good stuff.
I don't know.
Well, I like the script. It reminds me of The Poker House, if you've ever seen that movie. Yeah, I really don't have any comments on it. It almost felt too short, but I guess that's because it's a good story.
Right. How do you feel about the character herself?
I think it's well written. I feel like there almost could be more background about what happened to her mom, almost, but then again, it's a short film, so maybe not.
Right.
But that's about it.
So, yeah, you have a question?
Do you see yourself like in that role, playing that role? Is it too much for you? Do you feel like, what do you feel you in that role?
I think she almost acts exactly like me because the position she's put in the script, it's probably the exact reactions I would have, to be honest. So yeah, I do see myself in that role a lot.
So, obviously, this is a short, but there's a feature that we're working on right now also for this. You believe that if you were cast for this, you would be able to transition into like telling that story, like the full story. Like when you talk about the background and everything, for me, with film, I prefer the background be visual and subtext. And I know a lot of people fall back to the dialogue to tell that story, but I prefer the subtext and the visual to kind of, I don't like to assume that the audience is dumb. Although most people are dumb and lazy when they go to watch movies, right? They don't go to really think about stuff. They just go to be entertained, but kind of want to push that, you know, that edge to get people to start thinking and paying attention to it. So I appreciate that feedback on it. You have anything else? Okay, if you could ask Miss Kiani to come in and give us a couple minutes with her, and then we'll start bringing you all in together, okay? Thank you, ma'am. About this story.
I'm excited about it. I've never got a chance to play something like this.
Like what?
Like, I feel like, because I pulled her apart and I pulled the script apart, and I feel like it's a really good role to be able to shine some light on what a lot of little girls, younger girls go through, not just with life and what happens in their home, but in their mind, their decisions. You know, it was a lot, and I really like it. I want to be able to push that forward and give a story.
What don't you like about it?
Don't I like about it? So far, I haven't seen anything bad. I've been keeping my eye out, trying to take it apart and see if there's anything that would be too much for me. But we haven't got there yet. It seems
good.
like it treads the line, but it don't jump over, so we're okay.
Right. But what if that line were to be pushed further? Would you, if you were cast for this role, and we insisted on something that you were uncomfortable with, would you be comfortable with speaking up about that?
Yes, I'd be comfortable with speaking up about it, and if we could compromise on it to get on, the same page,
Right.
where we can still convey, what you want to say, then yes, I'm
Okay.
open to that.
Like I explained to them earlier, what we're going to do is we're going to bring you in here 2 at a time to read against each other. One of you is Nina, one of you is Desiree, and swap it around. Don't expect you to be off book. That's totally fine, okay? So if you could ask Miss Kiani to come in and give us a few minutes with her, and then we get started with the actual read, okay? Thank you so much.
No.
Whatever you feel, just open up.
Open up. No, I mean, I greatly appreciated the transparency that you forefront gave. A lot of artists are closed off, which I think kind of defies the purpose of being an artist. But no, after more reading and after our collaboration and our speaking and stuff, it just kind of strengthened my belief in the project, to be honest with you. Because it's something that happens every day, just in different people's shoes.
Right.
So I think it wasn't too over the top to where it'd be like, that would never happen. It was just realistic enough that that this shit happens every single day in somebody else's shoes. The only thing I would have liked to see more of was maybe Desiree's prior experiences, if there were any, with sexual trauma. Like, was Damien the first person to actually rape her?
That's a very good point.
That was really the only thing, because then as the character or the actress plays it, that gives a whole nother level to the whole thing. Because the way it's written, I kind of thought maybe that was the first time she'd been raped. But probably not the first time that she had been victimized, which I don't even like that word, victimized, but she was taken advantage of. I doubt that was the first time, but if that was the first time she was raped, that's a big deal. And that's absolutely something that I would play a little bit differently. That was really the only thing. Other than that, it was good. I really like Nina. I want to know more about her backstory, like I told you.
Right.
But other than that, it's still a really cool project that I'd be super honored to have fun with. As much fun as you could have with subject matter like this.
Oh, that little light bulb is coming on. You can see it. It's like,
Hey,
glorious.
how did you see or feel the light bulb before you even looked this
I
way?
can just feel it. I can feel it illuminating.
So, the way this is written, and I think you, when you read it, you was like, okay, this is a black girl.
Bro, yes.
So,
I told him, I was like, I don't know if you've noticed this.
so tell me, like, what are your thoughts about that? Because, of course, if you were casted, some things would have to be, switched up. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that it is good the way it is now? Or you're like, man, if it was switched up, then I could do this. Tell me how you just feel about that, you being on the callback.
I was honestly shocked, because when I did my initial research for this character, I knew that she originally had to be black, which I know is an important part of this particular branch of the story, because Giselle is so, not hell-bent, but she does use the race card as a kind of controlling, derogatory, I have power over you because you're black. You could absolutely turn that around on maybe a class. She could still be lower class white girl. But I was thinking a lot about this. You were like, to bring the honesty and the integrity of the character, that comes from me.
Right.
I'm not worried about that, because that's why I'm an actor. I like to think, and I know that I'm very honest and very empathetic, which you have to be for every single role that you play. But I think the same thing that would carry over with Desiree, regardless if she's black, Asian, white, is her experiences, her vulnerability, but the strength that she gets from that too. And I think that's all just on the same plane regardless of who you are.
So, with you being honest, like you said, the script is very strong with that black role and everything that you said. Now, you playing that role, do you feel like it'll be on the same, and a couple things will switch, like you said, lower class, white person, do you feel like it'll be on the same level? Or how would you bring out the intensity? Because it's with minorities and a lot of things that's going on, this script, we see a lot of films that's similar to this, so it seemed like it would be more strong. How do you feel about that? If it was switched, you feel like the audience would feel it, or how would you make the audience feel that?
I would make the audience feel that by evoking that same kind of emotion. I'm sure that a lot of people, particularly females, can identify with sexual assault is a spectrum. It doesn't have to be like I was raped, I've been assaulted, like even being called shorty, like that's assault on some kind of spectrum if it's unwarranted. So if I'm bringing truth to that, I think I'll be able to captivate the audience with all of that. But unfortunately, there's no changing. There's no change in anything of that. So that's something that's going to have to come on y'all, which I 1,000,000% respect. If that's the route that you want to choose to be truthful to that, which I think is very important. That she is a young black woman. There's a truth that you can play with that vulnerability, but there is the same kind of truth that you can play with a white girl too. It's just going to be a little bit different.
We could talk about this all day, but I mean, you're absolutely right. And it's like I told you, the other end of that coin, the other side of that coin is, what we talked about is I worry about also putting the black girl as Desiree because of the victimization. I feel sexual assault, and this is from a man's perspective, against women, the experience is the experience. The only difference in the experience, I think, it's how it's reported in the news and how it's treated externally. But I think internally, I'm not concerned about it because how you process it and how you function with it and handle it are the same to a certain extent, I believe. I believe just externally is where the real issue and the real difference is. So that's why when I said that I opened it up, because initially it was, Desiree has to be black. And I do have specific roles and specific scripts where that is absolutely vital, whether it be black, white. Like I told you in the first film I did was the woman had to be white. She just absolutely had to be because of the role. This, not so much. So I'm not concerned as much with that. I think that there is a ugliness to it that exists regardless of the color of the of the character. Like I said, we could talk about this all day, and I would much rather reserve that for if you get cast for the role, actually at the table and read and do all that. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to step out for a couple minutes and then give us about 5 minutes to chop some things up, and then we'll call you on in 2 by 2 to talk things out, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Ooh.
Hey, you did what you had to do.
So you place your hand on her shoulder.
Des, what are you doing? No. Desiree, hand me the gun. No. Hand me the gun.
You made me.
Hey, look, it's me. Just give me the gun. Give me the gun.
Don't!
Hey, listen to me. You did what you had to do.
Okay, let's stop for a second. So, so remember, Desiree, you ain't no killer. You never killed anybody before, right? He pushed you over this limit. So now, now that you've done this, like, you're angry and you're scared, you got all this shit going at the same time. So your body, you're not really, you got into a fight or saw something happen that freaked you the fuck out, and your fucking adrenaline starts rushing and you can't stop shaking. So I want you to think about that. And with you, less aggressiveness when you first walk up to us, like, for you this is normal, right? For you, when you walk up to her like, girl, you did what you had to do, then you tap on the shoulder, and that's when you whip around. And you're still in that moment, so it's like, and that's when you're like, whoa, kind of gentle, because you're trying to ease her back and bring her back into the light, okay? So I want you to start from the top again with the labor, breathing and whimpering. I want you to have that gun aimed at them. Okay, so labor, breathing, whimpering, billow of smoke, Desiree stands petrified. And
You did what you did. What are you doing? Desiree, hand me the gun.
You made me.
Look, it's me. Just give me the gun.
Don't!
Listen to me. You did what you had to do.
No. No.
And Nina eases the gun from her hand. Nina wipes the tears from her eyes.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Then Desiree pushes her out the way and rushes out the bedroom.
No.
Okay, let's stop right there. So, let's think about this block of eyes, right? You need a moment? No, it's all. So when you first hear things right here, again, once you feel that brush on the shoulder, you whip a rock on her, okay? A block of eyes. And the only thing you think about is what just happened right here. And for you, this is her fault. Right? This is your friend, but she put you in this position to do this in the first place. So, like I said, you got all that shit bottled up, and you don't know how to process the shit, so you're not really hearing her. So you're like conflicted. This is your friend, but this is the bitch that made you fucking push you to do this, even though it wasn't her. You ain't got to blame right now. This motherfucker did. So this is where you left with, right? For you, being a hustler, she used to this type of shit, but she know her girl, right? So when you first walk up to her, like, come on, this ain't nothing new to you. You know what I'm saying? So when you first walk up to her, it's like, come on, girl, we ready. And once she whips around, it becomes real for you. Because you're like, wait a second. Hold up. You're like, you know what I'm saying? You're doing business with me. So when you approach her, recognize this your girl, and you this nurturing type. You just fucking all that. But to her, this your girl, and you protect her, you take care of her. So when you approach her, it's cautious, but at the same time, it's like,
Like those
right, this is your heart, man, right? So when you're trying to talk her down off this edge that she's over, this cliff that she's over right now, you just kind of have to kind of ease, look, damn, come on, it's okay, all right? And then when you finally talk yourself into giving her that gun, when she finally gets that gun, just push her away and you rush off, right? Because you're like, you about to explode on the inside, all right? So, all right, we're gonna do this one more time from the top. Steve Charles W. Bush.
All right.
I know you got your 10,000 Instagram followers. Can't wait to hear from you and shit. All right, so let's take it from the top one more time and you ready?
Yep.
Action.
Hey, you did what? Des, what are you doing? Desiree, hand me the gun.
You made me.
Desiree, you did. Hey, look.
Put that script down. Put that script down. And just talk to her like you would talk to anybody about it.
It's me. Just give me the gun.
Don't!
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
You broke me!
Des. Think. Okay. Say, do it.
Now, labor, breathing, fade in, a billow of smoke funnels from the gun barrel. Desiree stands petrified, the gun still trained on Damien. A stream of blood flows from his head. And whenever you're ready, action.
What you had to... What are you doing? Guys. Hand me the gun. You made me! Look. It's just me. Just... give me the gun. Don't! Listen to me. Listen to me. You did what you had to do. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, let's cut right there. How did that feel? How does my therapist say? Use your words.
Those words.
Talk to me. I mean, this was the first go round, so it sucked, right?
Yeah.
But it's supposed to, right? So it sucked, but you all don't suck, which is why you're here. So tell me how it feels.
It was just rushed for me.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so for you, Nina, you this hardcore hustler type, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to you, that shit right there don't really phase you that much. Seeing her do it, it's kind of two-edged sword for you. Because one, here's the sweet innocent girl who's been victimized, which story you don't like, I know. But at the same time, she just popped that cherry and fucking handling that shit, which is what you wanted all along. So for you, it's more that tough love motherly type when you're trying to talk it down. Like first it's like you don't expect her to be freaked out about this shit. You like turn around like you still had it down, right? So for you it's like, girl, you deal good job, you know what I'm saying? You do what you had to do. But when she whips around, it's like, oh shit, this shit just got real. And it's like more disbelief than anything. No real fear there at first. Like, what are you doing, Des? Hey, it's me.
Okay.
Like, snap out of it. But then it's like, oh shit, there's really no one over the end. What was my girl? But no, she got this. But in reality, she still has this gun pointing at your fucking head, right? For you, you just did something you didn't do. You just took a fucking life. I mean, I don't know if you did that in real life. I don't know, actually incriminate yourself on camera.
Please don't.
But for you, like, in a moment like this, if you've ever been through anything like a car accident or anything, when you're like in shock, all you hear is your fucking, you feel your heart pounding in your fucking ears, right? You don't hear that. You don't hear her talking you and trying to talk you off this edge. You're in shock from this. She's the one that made you fucking do it. Even though in real life she's not, right? He made you do this shit.
Yeah.
But that motherfucker dead. So you're projecting on her now what he caused. So when you aiming that gun at her, you still in the back of your head know this your girl, right? So there's that moment of like, I want to fucking shoot your ass, but I don't really want to shoot your ass. I already took care of that. And like you said, it was a little rush, but that's okay. That's the adrenaline. And in that moment, for real, there will be adrenaline, right? But we want to slow down that pace. So when you first walk up to us, like, hey, come on. And like, I don't know if you've watched some hostage movies where they try to talk the person off the leg. That's exactly what you do.
Okay,
What you
got
do.
it. Hey. You did. Hey! Whoa. Put the gun down. Put the gun down. You made me! You did what you had to do.
Stop. Go back to one. Go back to one. Turn back around. When you approach her more casually because you don't expect her to turn the gun. But when it comes to talking her down, you're not gonna reach for that fucking gun. You can hold your hand out, but there's no way you reach for that gun, right? Like right off rip, just give me the gun, because you already see she's in that state. So you get where you at, get a little more space between you, so that when she does whip around on you, like tap her on the shoulder casually, like you don't expect it. But once she whips around, that's when you start taking a couple steps back. Okay.
Got it.
So just take it from the top and do that one more time. Stop looking at that script. It's a crutch, and you don't need it. Neither one of y'all need that right now. I don't give a fuck. We off script, so just go.
Don't give a fuck. Hello. Don't give a fuck. Let's do it. Girl. There you go, you did it. Whoa, hey. I know. You made me. I did not. You had to do what you had to do. You did it. He's dead. No! He's dead, and you did it. It's okay. Put the gun down. Come on, girl. Put it down. Put it down. There you go. Come on. It's okay. Thank God.
Okay, stop. How did that feel?
Yep.
Check his frame. All right, whenever you two are ready, you can go ahead and do that.
That's right, girl. You did it. You did it, girl. Whoa. Okay. Put it down. He's dead. You made me. No. I didn't make
Stop. Do either one of y'all believe that?
Mm-mm.
Do you believe that? Y'all go whenever y'all ready. Where's your gun at? Train that gun. There you go. Walk up to her, nigga. Tap her on the shoulder, like, there, you did it. Use your other hand. There you go. That feels much better.
You made me. No. No. You did it. He's dead. Put the gun down. Come on. You don't want to shoot me. Come on. Put it down, Des. Come on.
I saw her walking towards her. She's putting it down because you think you're getting through to her. Now reach out for that gun. And that's when you snap back up with it because you're like, what the fuck? There you go. Talk to her, nigga.
Des, we gotta get out of here. Sirens are coming. I hear them. Come on. We gotta go. We got 2 tickets to Florida. Come on. Better life for both you and me. Des, you had to do it. You had to do no. Don't cry. You had to do it. You put the gun down. You don't want to be perfect. It's okay. Come on.
Okay, hold your hand out for that gun. Listen. Put it in her hand, man.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Alright, stop. That felt way more authentic. I heard a little crackling in your voice, and you were actually less focused on the blocking and on the script and actually on trying to talk. That felt better. That, I know you gotta come back out of that, but that felt more organic. I think it's a matter of, it's not a matter of the acting, it's a matter of the pacing and the warming up to each other. How you feel about that?
Can we have them step out for a second? I'm gonna talk to you.
Oh yeah, we talk shit about them behind their back.
No, if you guys can step out for 1 second, we'll bring you right back in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Whenever you two are ready. Harmony, you are not one of Charlie's angels. Stop bending at the knees like you're at the gun range.
There you go, Des. There you go, Des. Hey.
Stop. Go back to one. You feel like more should be more.
More so, yeah.
Give me a little more happiness, a little more excitement about the fact that she just popped that cherry, right? All right, whenever you're ready.
There you go, Des. Oh, hey. Shit. The fuck you doing? Put the gun down.
Okay, cut. Let's stop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, Des. He deserved it. Des. Des.
You made me.
No, I didn't. Put the gun down, Des. Put the gun down.
All right, take it from the top one more time.
Way to go, Des. He got what he deserved. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. 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 He deserved it, Des.
You made me.
Des. Come on. Come on.
Don't.
All right, cut. Open that door for me real quick, please. I want you to swap. I want you Nina and I want you Desiree. Okay? Whenever you two are ready.
You did. Des.
Des. What are you?
You made me.
Des, you
Don't.
Des, hey, just... Des, calm down. Des! Come on, just put the gun down. Des, it's okay. Come on, put the gun down. He deserved it.
I did it.
Des, put the gun down.
All right, stop. You ready on the camera?
Yeah.
You got enough space?
Mm-hmm.
I think I got it. We should be all good. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you did it.
Stop. Do that again. You're gonna walk up to her, right? You showing that pride. You proud of her for what she just did. So be more deliberate with it. Walk to her, like, girl, you did it, and tap her on the shoulder, because that's gonna be her cue to turn and whip that gun, and that's when you kind of like, what are you doing? All right?
Girl, you did it.
No.
Des?
You made me. No, I killed him.
Des, look, he got what he deserves.
You made me do it.
Des, look, it's me. Look, just hand me the gun. Des, it's okay.
No.
Okay, stop. Okay, that was good. I need you to step out and call Keanu here real quick, bro.
No,
Desiree needs.
okay.
It's okay, Des. It's okay. Put the gun down. I know. I know. You had to. You had to kill him.
Stop. Stop talking like Buddha. I need you. Yes, we recognize the gun, but I need you to talk like you talked to me when we first started talking about the script. Of course, there's gonna be a lower tone to your voice, but do that.
And Keanu, I like your facial expression because it's a little, it's a slight smirk, a little smile. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Like you closet proud, but you know you had to handle the situation. So take it from the top and do
Okay,
it.
got it.
And remember, walk up to her, deliver it. Speech, deliver it.
It's okay, Des. It's okay. Put the gun down. Come on. I know. You did what you had to do.
You made me do.
I didn't make you. Put. Come on. Put the gun down.
Don't.
Stop. You step out and ask Mandy to come in.
Come on, Des. Good job.
No. I killed him. You made me.
I did not make you.
You made me do it.
You did what you had to do. Put the gun down. We gotta go.
No. 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 No.
Put. Here. Give me. It's okay, Des. Give me the gun. Give me the...
All right, stop.
Where did it go, Des?
No. I killed him. You made me do it.
No. Breathe. Des. Calm down. Breathe.
But I killed him.
Des.
No. Don't.
Just hand me the gun.
No. 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 No.
Okay, stop. Okay. Step out, Keanu. Ask Keanu. We're gonna try this again. Desiree in.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Nina. Just put the gun down. Put it down.
You made me.
No. You did what you had to do.
Nina, stop for a second. I wonder how you would play it if you were pissed off at her for being a punk about it. I wonder how you would react to her putting that gun to your head when you see her breaking down. Like, you know how you want to be this motherly protector, and the anger that you feel when she starts to show weakness is your way of expressing your love. I wonder how you would play it. I wonder if you could show me that now.
Say that again.
The whole thing?
No.
I'm saying, well, you not fucking listening. Let instead of coddling,
Instead of motherly,
instead
more.
of coddling, a little more toughen the fuck up. You did what you had to do.
Got it.
Give me the fucking gun.
Got it.
But still be a little less aggressive with the physical approach, because you ain't no fool. You still, all right? Take your time.
There you go, Des. What the fuck? Put the gun down.
You made me.
No, it's me. Put the gun down. Come on, what the fuck are you doing? You did what you had to do. Give me the gun. I'm not playing. Give me the gun. We gotta go.
She is pissing you off right now.
Give me the fucking gun. We got to go. What the fuck are you doing?
Put your hands on. You ain't scared of that fucking bullet. Do something else with your hands.
You gonna fucking shoot me?
Grab that gun and put it to your mouth.
You gonna fucking shoot me? You gonna fucking kill me just like you fucking killed this asshole? Fucking kill me. Fucking do it. Fuck. Fuck you, Nina.
Stop.
Good job, guys. Come on, let's go. What the fuck are you doing? Put the gun down. It's me. Put the gun.
I killed him!
Yeah, you did. Put the gun down. Yeah? Yeah?
Don't!
You gonna fucking shoot me? I dare you.
Stop. It was still good. There has to be a build up to you, because that, when you grabbing the barrel of that gun, that's you losing your fucking patience for the situation.